this morning. Trey and I got out here before daylight, walked all the way in over here to this canal. We've got a herd back here behind us. We've got a herd over here in front of us chasing. And we're set up back over here. Trey's down here in the canal taking pictures. But I'm sitting here just spotting and watching these pronghorn to try to come up with a plan. Another vehicle just pulled in and parked back over here beside us. And they are walking straight toward us right now. Walking straight toward us. We're up here, we've moved where they can see us, where we're visible to them. So that way, hopefully they see us and they turn around, but they're not. They're still coming right toward us, walking toward these pronghorn that are out here running. That's kind of crappy. If they walk all the way in over here on us or try to cut us off and go after these pronghorn that we've been set up watching, that's pretty crappy. I cannot believe it. Those hunters came walking straight toward us. They parked in the same parking lot we're at. And this HMA from that parking lot extends nearly a mile radius at least in any direction. And they even saw us. We stood up where they could see us. They saw us, threw their binos up, looked at us, and still proceeded to come walking towards us. Not cool, folks, not cool. When you're on an 18,000 acre HMA, and if somebody gets to the water before you, you don't go cut them off. That is not cool. Not cool. I mean, we're sitting here, I'm looking at a water hole right here in front of me in this canal. And these guys, you think about, if you're hunting whitetails in the eastern woods, and you go walk past somebody at 400 yards, they may not ever even see you because you're 400 yards through timber. These guys are walking past us at 400 and 500 yards in open plains prairie where you can see for 1.5 miles, 2 miles easily. And these guys are walking right past us. Not cool. Anyway, Trey and I had to move. We relocated. These guys are going to booger this whole system up. They're walking straight across the plain toward a group of 4 pronghorn. There's nothing big in that group. It's all does and fawns and one little bitty young buck. So I'll let them have it. They can have it where they're going. We moved over here. We've got a bigger buck over here beside us now. But just uncool. Not cool at all to do that when you've got 18,000 acres at your disposal and you walk right toward another hunter. Whatever. Alright, Trey and I are going to move on. These guys are out here. They're belly crawling across this field. They laid down, just 400 or 500 yards in front of where we were setting. And they're belly crawling toward those that we were watching that were slowly making their way toward this water hole over here. Anyway, we're down in the canal and we're going to walk our way back. We saw a herd across the road where we're parked at, and we're going to hoof it back over there. It's probably, by the time we get over where we're going, it's probably going to be about 1 mile to get there. But, public land hunting, it's just one of those things you got to deal with. We could be jerks. Trey and I could go up here on top where we're blown out with the sunlight. We could make a commotion. We could do all kinds of stuff. But we're not. We're going to walk out down in this canal where we don't disturb those guys hunting. If you're a public land hunter, show a little bit of respect to other hunters. We're all out here trying to enjoy it and, take from, what the land provides, but don't be a prick. Treat others the way you'd want them to treat you. So we're going to work our way out of here and try to get it set up on these others over here. So it's going to be a little bit. Twist. Trey and I walked all the way down the canal to this fence crossing and popped out. Like I said, we were trying to stay away from those other hunters to not booger them up. We popped above the canal berm and started walking out this fence and looked up, and those hunters were standing up, and they had busted all that whole herd that they were over there around and pushed them over here to where we're at now. But we didn't see a shooter in the bunch. Trey and I took our time and snuck along this fence line, which really kind of obscured our visibility from the pronghorn. And we got within close enough distance to be able to check them out, and there wasn't any big bucks in the bunch. But so those other guys got up. They're actually climbing that ridge. I see them back over there now. They're climbing that ridge all the way to the top. But the cool thing is we're over here not too far from the truck now. I say not too far. We're probably still a half mile. But when you look opposite side of the truck, over on the hillside, there's supposed to be a spring over there coming out of this hillside. There's easily 35 or 40 pronghorn over there, and they're chasing. So there's obviously some bucks in the bunch. So we're going to make our way down this fence row, see what we can get, see if we can get within range to check those out, and see if maybe there's a shooter buck in that bunch. It's just 8:45. We got a lot of time left here this morning. All right, everybody, we're back out here now, and the clock's really starting to wind down on us, or on me. Everyone else is tagged out, but the clock's really starting to wind down on me here. This morning, Trey and I were in this area. We had that encounter with those other hunters, and I bet we looked at 75 or 80 pronghorn, probably several bucks we looked at. We had a couple of bucks within 300 yards, 400 yards, but it was nothing I wanted to shoot. Back out here this afternoon, it's 80, 81 degrees out here now. There is a little bit of partly cloudy skies, so it is giving a little bit of shade cover ever so often. Looking around out here, looks like pretty much everything is bedded right now. There is a decent buck back over here, and there's a smaller buck over here in front of us. We can always go back over to the foot of the ridge over here, mountain, and there's a bunch over there. We're so far away, it's hard to really get a read on how big any of the bucks may be. But, you know, we're really starting to come to an end here. We're heading back home tomorrow. So I'm down to my last couple opportunities to try to get something. But at the same time, I'm totally content not shooting something. You know, I don't want to just shoot something just to shoot something. If I shoot something, I want it to be something that I really want to take. We've got plenty of meat already that we're taking back with us, so I don't have to take something. I don't mind eating my tag, but Trey and I we're probably gonna try to put a move on this one over here in the field. See if we can get lucky with him, maybe, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know. Let's go for a little walk here.